Bootstrapping is how you start your company with your own money or without your own money, but you just make it happen. This is how every startup should start, because this is how you build credibility. I mean, you don't start a company, you don't show the world, you don't show yourself, you don't show potential investors that you want to build a company and that you believe in that opportunity without putting a little bit of your wealth. Now, the big issue with the bootstrapping is that it's probably limited. So it's not like you're going to use that money to grow up to getting some millions of users, of customers. But that said, this is how you will start. There's another thing which is very interesting with bootstrapping, is that it's only you deciding. And if you take it very open, it's very cheap. It costs you zero. Just take it out of your account. So it has no cost financially and it has no cost emotionally. Now, so as an entrepreneur, I really invite you not to start to look for money of other people to pursue an opportunity, because if you do that, what you're telling me is that you don't believe in it. And of course, well, if you don't believe in it, who is going to believe in it? As an investor, my recommendation is to be also open-minded when it comes to analyzing entrepreneurs and how they start. Why? Because you have an early equity gap. It's kind of easy to say, hey, start with your money. But there is an unverified assumption here, is that the entrepreneur has money. So it's not a clear-cut black or white. It's understanding what the effort, the financial effort that the entrepreneurs are doing. And it's not absolute. It's relative too, but it's necessary. Friends, fools, and family is the second equity investors that you will probably have to face when it comes to the growth curve of your startup. Why? Because we're assuming that bootstrapping and your money come to an end, or you don't want to put all your wealth in one early stage, high-risk entrepreneurial adventure. So what you do is that you're looking around. Money available. Why? Because maybe it's too soon to go for a sophisticated business angel or investor. Why? Because family and friends, when they invest very early stage in a project, well, they don't do that because it's a good project. They do that because it's you, because you're the brother, because you're the friend, and because up to a certain point they can't say no. So those people are not driven by return on their investment most of the time. Hence, they will probably not ask for a large part of the equity as a reward to the money they will invest in the company. It's very cheap money on the market. No, it's very unlikely that the FFF will ask you for a big chunk of the equity for the money they're putting. But it's not expensive financially, but it is emotionally, because asking money to your brother, to your sister, to your father, it's not like getting money from an investor. There is a strong emotional bond here, and you have to be very careful with that. The big difference between friends and family, and I can tell you from my own experience, is that if you build a company and it doesn't work and you lose the money of your friends, well, you lost a friend. If you do the same with your father, you don't lose your father, it's still your father. You will have to live with that during years and years and years. Take into account that the FFF money is the cheapest on the market finance-wise, but it's the most expensive emotion-wise. Be aware of that. And then, you know what? Add something else to that reflection, which is most of the companies, they don't survive more than 5 years. So do not oversell your project to your relatives or your friends for them to invest, because this will backfire at some point later in your adventure. Now, fools, the third F. Why fools? Because there is a very high risk and a very limited reward potential. So that's why they call FFF. They are very important, but be careful. They have two issues. First, most of the time, their money is limited. First. Second, it doesn't bring credibility to your project because they are not seen by the market as a reference when it comes to invest.